All right, hey, this is Act 2 of the podcast. We're getting right back into it. If you missed Act 1, go back and listen to that thing. Otherwise, this isn't going to make any sense. Okay, see ya. Rebecca says to Amanda, so how do you defend the actions of ICE for taking people who are at their legal court hearings for citizenship? They're following the rules in the legal process. Yeah, I don't know. She went on a book tour after her beloved husband took a bullet to the neck. Erica Kirk is getting some harsh judgment. Amanda says, sorry, we're back. I don't know about that. I will have to read up on it. She said, I didn't mean to say not we're back. I meant to say Rebecca. Oh, I thought we had left. All right. So that puts that's buttoning that up. Starman says, I find it odd how this is exclusively an American problem. Why aren't there immigration riots all over the world? No idea. Are more people did more people get into America? Maybe this is the country that gives them the best opportunity to succeed. Maybe it's geographic. Maybe because the United States is connected by land to an area of the country that they want to get in. I think that might have something to do with it. You've got a massive population of people south of the border who are all desperately poor, and they want to get into the U.S. to make a better life. Donko says maybe because we can protest in America and you cannot protest in a lot of these other countries. All right. Have you ever given your wife or your husband your phone? In this particular case, Christopher Thomas Collins, who was a religious leader at some church in Tennessee. He's a deacon at a place called Abba's House. The Swedish band? I don't know. His wife took him to the dentist. She has to drive him home because he's going to be under sedation. Rather than put the phone in the pocket, he gave the phone to the wife. You know where this is going. I don't know if curiosity got the best of her or who knows. But while he was undergoing the dental procedure, she discovered nude videos of their teenage babysitter, underage, a child, as she was in the restroom using the facility while she was babysitting, that the good deacon recorded on a hidden camera. God, look at that mugshot. It is pretty big ears on that guy. What a horribly regretful appearance. Something about when you connect the absurd story to the mugshot makes you go, yeah, hey, that fits. That's a pervert. And I think that because of the career work as a religious leader, it just drives people further away from organized religion. And it should. It absolutely should. Rebecca says, again, not a drag queen. Maureen said, I totally thought you were going to say the deacon was banging the babysitter. No, the babysitter is the victim here. Branjo says, oh shit, EZ, this is my town. You may have crossed paths at some point with this guy. What town did I say this one was? Hickson, Tennessee. That's somewhere near the Nashville area, I'm guessing. Are you familiar with, he says, okay, actually he's near Chattanooga. It's one of those Fundy Baptist churches. Fundy meaning fundamental. So I'm guessing quite intense. He was charged with 9 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. The wife, she reported him to the police. This is awesome that she did that. That's quite a conundrum. Can you imagine you're in the dentist office and your day is just drive your husband home and then maybe who knows what else you're going to do. And how quickly life is turned on its ear as she discovers this in the waiting room of the dentist's office. My God, to be a fly on the wall when that information was given to the good preacher. The wife had suspected the husband was cheating and went through the phone after he handed it over during the medical procedure. What an amateur. Good God. If you're going to behave like that or be up to no good, you cannot have anything on the phone. Nothing. Zero. How can you do that? Give the phone to the wife and you've got naked videos of a child that you recorded in your own bathroom on the phone, you asshole. What a moron. She discovered the explicit videos of the former babysitter inside a hidden folder showing the teenager inside their downstairs bathroom that appeared to be taken by a small hidden camera. My God. The cameras were fixed in positions across from the shower and toilet. In at least one video, the girl appeared to notice the camera while undressing. So I wonder if wife, saw it and then began her own investigation while getting the police involved, and then they didn't, tell him right away. Hubby told her he installed the cameras to spot rats, she told investigators. After finding the videos, the wife went to their church for guidance, and a counselor there encouraged her to call the police. Well, that's good. They put her up in a hotel with her children for safety as police tracked down Collins and arrested him during a traffic stop. Oh, fuck. They seized the cell phone and searched it with his consent. So I guess she kept it quiet because he had the phone back, you know? This poor woman. To have to live through that. But she did the right thing. She let the investigation unfold on its own. They found 9 videos, timestamped 2025 in total, from hidden bathroom cameras that show the girl entering and exiting the shower, using the toilet, and changing clothes. Oh, my God. He admitted it with the cops. After the arrest, the church stripped him of his deacon title. Through the course of a marriage counseling session, Chris Collins' wife revealed that she had found videos on her husband's phone of a minor. They didn't mention anything about the dentist visit. We immediately reported it to the police. Okay, so she told the counselor. I got it. Wow. What a disaster. Way to go, you dick. He just looks like an asshole. Maureen says, I don't recall showering while I was babysitting. I don't know if that's the That's interesting that you would park on that part of the story. Who knows? Maybe she's got... What? What's wrong with taking a shower at a place? I mean, maybe she knows them real well and she's babysitting right after. It could be this. Maybe she's in athletics. She showed up after practice to babysit and then, hey, can I use the shower at some point? Well, when so-and-so takes a nap. It's easily explained. Alan says, nice hot take, Maureen. Stevie says, was she living there? No, I don't think so. Red Bull Brain Chris. Yeah, it's to spot rats. Rats are smart. They got to be hidden cameras. Cole says, cue the Creep-Off's victim blame song. I don't think they know what that is. But, yeah, I think Maureen just blamed the victim there. Is that what happened? I think we just witnessed Maureen siding with the deacon. She says, no, I just think it's weird. Yeah, that's victim blaming. You're blaming the victim. Oh, well, she deserved it. She took a shower there. David says, I don't think she is blaming here. Don't get in the way of my fun, of making fun of Maureen. Maureen says, no! Murder lover Linda says, I'm pretty sure she didn't blame the victim. Yeah, no kidding, dicks. I'm being an asshole. Chris says, and if she didn't shower there, she still has to take a dump once in a while. I don't recall ever having to take a dump at someone's house. Alan says, quick, Maureen, say the N-word. Murder lover Linda says, when did I become a man? Jesus. Amanda says maybe the dump was just too much for her to take and they didn't have a bidet, so she needed to shower. I don't know. Can't we just attack the guy? Leave it to Maureen to make it about this. This is ridiculous. All right. Thank you to the audience on Kick, YouTube, and Facebook. I am going to send you on your way. There's more podcasting, but you're going to miss out on that because you're not watching on Twitch. You have to watch on Twitch for the full show. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. I have two platforms that you can get all of my material. Twitch for everything free. Patreon for everything else, which is something new every single day. So there you go. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Follow me and let you know when I go live most of the time. Subscribe so you can chat. To subscribe, you can do it for free by linking up your Amazon Prime account. You can also pay $5.99 and subscribe that way each month. But why? You can get it for free with your Amazon Prime. Seriously, if you don't have an Amazon Prime account, I don't know why you don't. Buying things is so much easier. And when you have the Prime account, the shipping is free. They don't even pay me to say that. I just highly recommend it. Plus, you get this show on Twitch for free. Or do not link up your Amazon Prime. Do not pay $5.99 and just sit through the commercials. Any one of those scenarios is all good for me. I'm just trying to give you options. I get money from every one of those sources. My advertising partners on Twitch, that you then just see the ads. It mutes me, and then you see the ad. But it'll mute at inopportune times. Like I'll be in the middle of a story. Or if you throw the cash at it to get it commercial free, I get that too. So thank you. Or if you link up your Amazon Prime, I get paid for that too. It's one of the 8 million ways I make money. Okay. Reach out to me via email on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. Thank you to Shoreliners. They sponsor my new Defector t-shirts and hoodies, which you can get when you go to ericzaneshow.com and click merch. All right. The folks on Facebook, Kick, and YouTube are now gone. Thank you to them. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. They are repairing the Civic Hybrid. That is the car that I gave to Jackie, and I have to buy back from her. And everybody thinks I'm nuts. ervines.com. That's ervines.com. They have free loaner cars. They're right in the middle of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I highly recommend you go to there when it comes to getting any type of car repair done on any vehicle, any hybrid, any EV, while EVs are still here. Merchant Automotive, they repair another vehicle that Irvine's does not repair. Trucks with Duramax diesel motors and Allison transmissions. If you or someone you know has a vehicle with an Allison or a Duramax or both, spread the word for me about Merchant Automotive in Zeeland, Michigan. Found online at merchant-automotive.com. Great place to get your vehicle repaired, your truck with a Duramax or an Allison or both. Let's see. I think there was a good joke that I missed by Nick. He says, well, maybe did they have indoor plumbing when Maureen was babysitting? Chris writes, ha-ha! I only take twosies at home. Ha-ha! Amanda loved the joke. Maureen laughed. Stevie says, of course, there's a dump involved. Linda types, LOL. Maureen says to Nick with an age joke from the back of the room. And then Amanda says, yeah, it's too bad Eric missed that one. It was a good joke. There you go. Anthony is here. He says, I'm a little late to the party, but what up, everyone? Yes, we start an hour earlier on Fridays, which I was pretty punctual today. I think I started at 9:02. I didn't want to. Was not ready. But that's now 3 days in a row on time. I think that it qualifies for on time if it's 9:03 or 10:03, if it's 3 minutes after or before. Why does Linda sound like a man? Well, she's got a deep voice. You know, it's because she has a good voice, actually. I've said this before. Murder Lover Linda actually has some announcing chops, without a doubt. If you get 3 in a row, it's a turkey, so you are an on-time turkey. Thank you, Anthony. It's a horrible joke. Let's see. I don't have a ton left here. I don't even know what this story is. Billionaire Larry Ellison scrambled to rename his yacht after coming to the horrifying realization about its name. Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, he had just christened his new German-built yacht, and when it was built, He was unaware what had happened. And I guess it went down the road of, hey, what do you want to call the boat? And I don't know what the fuck happened. The 81-year-old selected the name Izanami, Izanami, from Japanese mythology, after the Shinto goddess associated with both creation and death. Hey, this is Eric Zane, and your information is being sold online. You know, the personal stuff. Search your own name. It's surprising what's out there. That's because people are taking your information and they're selling it. I've got a way to make all of your personal information disappear. You are not for sale. Whether you agreed to it or not, that information is available for people to buy and sell. Not okay. It's 100% true. Data brokers make billions selling your private details, and you get nothing. You don't even get a choice. Aura lets you fight back. AURA. They remove your personal data from broker sites and keep it off. Aura also alerts you fast if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura is more than just data broker removal. It's a full digital security suite that protects every part of your life online. Aura gives you a VPN to stay private, antivirus to block threats, a password manager to keep logins safe, and spam call protection to cut off the scammers. Aura also scans the dark web for your most sensitive info like your social security number, bank logins, and passwords, and notifies you instantly if they are exposed. And if your identity is ever stolen, you're backed up by up to $5 million in insurance and 24/7 U.S.-based fraud support to help you recover quickly. And right now, you can try Aura free for 14 days when you visit aura.com/remove. AURA.com/remove. That's enough time for Aura to start removing your personal information from data broker sites. Sign up today at aura.com/remove and get the peace of mind that your privacy, identity, and finances are safeguarded. AURA.com/remove. Certain terms apply. See the site for details. So Izanami. The problem is he was taking his picture in front of the boat with the name. And it you know how sometimes everything's reversed when you take the picture depending on how you take it? And then he went to post the picture of the yacht, him and the yacht. And Izanami was backwards. It was reversed. And that spells out, I'm a Nazi. So Izanami, when flipped, looks like I am, a, Nazi. I'm a Nazi. Blissfully unaware that the phrase says, I'm a Nazi. Oh, fuck. Shit. What a catastrophe. By the way, he has close family connections to Israel, reportedly learning of the offensive backward spelling. And then he immediately had it removed off of the back of the vessel. It says that he himself grabbed paint thinner, but I don't believe that. My God, what an idiot. The revelation became public. It actually happened some time ago because he has since gotten rid of the yacht. But the revelation became public all over again thanks to social media, with online onlookers pouncing and the memes immediately began flowing. Now, I don't have a picture of him next to the boat where it says, I'm a Nazi. He sold the yacht. He renamed it Ronin. And it's now owned by a different dude, some other rich bastard. Ellison briefly became the world's richest individual in September. So his net worth was $101 billion, and it surged in September to $393 billion. That's almost 4 times the amount if my math is right. He co-founded Oracle in 1977 after leaving college and remains the company's largest individual shareholder. I can't imagine what it would be like where in a world where you have where money is no object. I mean, that's enough to drive somebody nuts. I think you have to be really sound in the brain to have that type of money, because that's the type of money that turns people crazy. You hear about people losing their minds all the time when they get wealthy, but I think this guy's been wealthy for a long, long time. By the way, to have that type of money, I thought that this picture would be bigger, or this boat would be bigger. I've seen yachts bigger than that when we visited New York, right on the harbor. If you're worth $393 billion, I would think that you would have a boat the size of a goddamn Carnival Cruise Line. This is like Jordan Belfort. If you have not seen the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, what are you doing? Anthony says, I think he is the one that lives at sea. All right, so that's crazy, though, that he randomly picks Japanese God and then it comes back as I'm a Nazi. How would you like to be him realizing that? Does someone tell you? Or do you notice it in the picture? Excuse me. All right. Also, the yacht is 200 feet long. Yeah, I thought it'd be bigger. I thought it'd be like a Bezos yacht. Do you remember the one where Bezos had the yacht built at the shipyard or whatever in whatever country? But to get it out to sea, it was too big to get by the bridge. So he tore the bridge down. They drove through and then he built another bridge. And then the people that lived there, they didn't like that he did that. And they were like throwing shit at the yacht as it went by. That is so ridiculous. That drives me crazy when people who have money get attacked just because they have money. I don't want to piss off the guy who has money. The guy who has money can actually sway world leaders to do crazy fucking shit. David in Hudsonville says, like Elon. Anthony says, yeah, Bezos also wanted it to be nuclear powered. Oh, I love that idea. I am a supporter of nuclear energy. I think that we should, we're talking about, drill, combustion motors, EVs. I think each vehicle should have its own nuclear reactor. Limitless power, clean energy would solve the energy crunch and the greenhouse effect of fossil fuels. Of course, there is a risk, though, of nuclear contamination, the first wreck. So maybe that's not such a good idea. But a girl can dream. That's probably one of the reasons why. Did you ever see that film on HBO, Chernobyl, about all the things that went wrong and how that happened. Oh, you got to see that. Great, great film. There's also one on Netflix about the 3 Mile Island in Pennsylvania catastrophe. There was a nuclear meltdown there. That was another good one. That one is not drama. It's based off of eyewitness reports and newsreels. It's not like acted. Fantastic. Really, really good. Oh, I see. We need nuclear. I said nuclear. We need nuclear fusion. So fusion does not produce any shit contaminants. So I guess at those power plants, would I say fission? Is that correct? So they're splitting the atom to get energy. Fusion is like what happens on the sun. I think that's how I remember it from science class. And if you were able to make fusion happen, that's like fucking flux capacitor shit on Back to the Future. I think. Okay, so if there's fusion, that means when I wreck the car, there won't be a nuclear explosion. Piano Fingerbanger says there is also a great Chernobyl companion podcast by the show creator where they discuss each episode. If you go onto Google Maps, you can take a look at the structure that they've built over the top of that reactor. It's really something. And I remember, we may have a brief issue as I interrupt myself with what seems to be some type of glitch in the matrix on Twitch. I'm being told it is reconnecting. Various complaints are rolling in from the audience, and it may have come back just now. My apologies. Please let me know in the chat what went down there on your end. It always takes a handful of seconds for the comments to roll in as I see, yeah, there appeared to be an issue. Stevie said offline. Anthony says, what happened? David says, uh-oh. Piano Fingerbanger says he got unplugged from the Matrix. Megan says, you know who I blame? Rebecca says probably the snow's fault. Linda checking in via text. Stream is down, but I'm sure you know that by now. I want to make sure it comes back to some degree. Anthony says, really eerie, because he went offline just as 3 massive helicopters flew overhead. Holy shit. I think it's back now. My apologies. I don't know what the hell happened. Okay. I am lean today on material. If you have anything that's on your mind that you'd like to talk about, asking me my thoughts on A, B, or C, by all means. And or if you have any questions at all about something that you've been curious about, whether show-related or old show-related or my thoughts on blank, by all means. Or if you have something that you'd like to share on your own in the chat, that is always an option for you. And that might actually be interesting if you have anything at all. I should have probably have started the show by talking about that. Rebecca says Josh and Jace are in Traverse City now, getting closer to the bridge. I'm anxious to see that. You know, what's interesting, though, is they also, in their travels, they went to Louisiana, and they were on the Pontchartrain, Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, which goes over that massive lake near New Orleans, which is a 24-mile bridge. Now, it's not nearly as high up as the Mackinac Bridge, and those towers on the Mackinac Bridge are what's really daunting, in my opinion. My friend was with them outside Mel Trotter yesterday. So, yeah, they interacted with the folks from Mel Trotter. They made a nice post about that and drum up. They were able to drum up a bunch of interest from people who saw them from around the world. So that's extremely cool. What I like about them is just stupid short videos of them being goofy has resulted in a massive audience base, so much so that their money is no good no matter where they travel. That's a level of fame that any person who's ever done radio has never achieved. And there are countless people online who have that type of draw. All they need to do is on their where there's millions of people that follow them, say, hey, I'm in this town, come see me, and then they show up. That's remarkable. I'm so impressed with all of that, with how that works in the world, that nowadays just regular Joes like these two being silly and seeing things and talking about them in 1-minute videos is enough to make them have an unbelievable following, to earn a living and have fun doing it. It's absolutely awesome. I'm excited for them and that people do that. Stevie says they've been all over the place. It's the fact that the bridge was built to sway with the wind. That's another thing. Yeah, it's high up. It does move. And the grates, my God, driving over the grates. My dad worked on the Mackinac Bridge when it was being built, says Becca Shea. Let's see. Do Freebeer and Hot Wings send you a check for using your content on Pre-Beer and Hot Wings? No, they don't. I don't know why they don't share full episodes. Those are what's really funny, not the individual segments. Rebecca says they keep complimenting the Midwest hospitality and niceness. Yeah, that's cool, but I wish they would go to the shitty parts. You know? I wish they would see some of the areas, some of our MAGA communities where it's a shithole. Like, head to Cedar Springs and, go to Sexy Voice Andrea's house. Anthony says, it's the only time I listen because the show was just better back then for some reason. Anthony, what I want you to do with your new membership on Patreon, it says collections. Go to something to listen to while I'm away if you haven't done this yet. And start with the very first entry into that collection. And then work your way up the list. And you will get a sense for a real radio show. As genuine as anything and fucking hilarious. I rarely listen to it, but when I do, I always laugh. And it's like an out-of-body experience because I don't remember a bit of it. But definitely something for you to check out. The segment on there called Something to Listen to While I'm Away. Stevie says the 15-second fight was amazing. Not for me. The fucker broke my ribs, gave me a black eye. If you have an asshole of the day, I would love it right now. Please send it along in the chat. I need an asshole of the day, please. Before I wrap up, Kuiper Tree Care, 616-828-8225. Or online at kuipertreecare.com, Kuiper, treecare.com. When you reach out to them, either call or text, or any of my sponsors, please mention that you heard about them right here with me. Kuiper Tree Care will get rid of unwanted trees, grind down the stump. They'll clean up any storm damage you might have. They'll trim trees and tree risk assessment. They can tell you what's wrong with your trees. Reach out to them, call or text 616-828-8225. I have an expert on the Affordable Care Act. It's Frank Fuss. If you get your insurance from the marketplace, and that's a person who usually is self-employed, their employer does not offer insurance, or they're unemployed, well, then you need some guidance. And it's free, damn it. Reach out to Frank. He gets paid by insurance companies, and he's going to put you into a policy. Head over to appointmentwithfrank.com. Appointmentswithfrank.com. I think it is. Is it appointment or appointments? I think it's appointment. It's definitely appointmentwithfrank.com. And he'll help you out. Please mention me, of course. And finally, I get my haircut at King's Room Barbershop, and you should too. 3 locations, Northland Drive, Caledonia, and at 821 36th Street. Appointment, God damn it, kingsroom.net is the website. Haircuts are $21, $18 if you're a veteran or former veteran. Wait a minute, you're still a veteran. If you're an active or retired veteran. That's what I'm trying to say. Your asshole of the day today on this Friday edition of the show is the pedo deacon. That guy is the asshole of the day. What an animal. I'm glad he got caught. Megan says, asshole of the day, people who speak loudly about things they don't have a clue about the other side. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Rebecca says pedophiles in general, that covers the deacon and Trump. Rebecca is saying that Trump is a pedophile. Do I believe that Trump is a pedophile? It depends on the day. At this current time, no, I don't think he's a pedophile. In fact, no, I can't say that. Virginia Giuffre, who is the voice of the victims in the Epstein case, she said he's not. So I believe her. R.I.P. That's my time. Thank you, folks. I'll talk to you later on in the Patreon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.